Hello guys! Well, today I am going to try making miso soup, something I've never made before. I've never actually purchased miso before. I've seen it at different stores and the price is usually pretty high and I've always said, I'll put it off. Well, I happened to go to my local Asian market and I got this white type miso, so this is like the milder one, and I believe it was actually just $4.99. It was either $4.99 or $5.99, or I thought it would be $5.99, but it rang up at $4.99. And tubs like this I've seen for up to up to $12 and so forth. This is gluten-free. I believe it says somewhere that it's non-GMO soybean paste. Some had also something in there that was from fish. So you have to look at that and make sure that the brand you're picking up does not use some sort of a fish stock in there. So I did not. Oh yeah, there we go. It's gluten-free and it's GMO-free soybean. And oh, here we go. This tells you how to make a miso soup. Just bring the water to a boil in a small saucepan, add bonito flakes, turn off the heat, and allow the broth to stand for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you what this said. I mean, it sounds like the miso soup recipes are very similar and very basic. I'm going to change it up a little bit. This says to use dashi, and I think it's a seaweed, and bonito is fish. I'm not going to do that. But I have here dulse flakes, which are sea vegetable flakes. So I'm going to use that in here. So I probably will take the instructions from here. This says to use dashi granules. I'm going to use dulse flakes. 4 cups of water, so I have 4 cups of water in here. 3 tablespoons of miso paste. 1 pack of silken tofu, 8 ounce, dice it, and 2 green onions. And I might actually even put Swiss chard in mine. I might not. So this basically says to do the same thing. Oh, it says here wakame. You can add tofu and wakame and miso, the cream miso, into a little bit of the hot broth and bring it to a boil. Okay, so I'll just figure this out. So first things first, guys. I'm going to add, I think I'm going to put like, oh I see. It says 2 teaspoons of dashi granules, so I will put 2 teaspoons of my dulse flakes. I might strain this out, as they say to do. So I'm going to bring this to a boil and let it sit so the flavor from that seeps in, and I will be back soon. Okay, so that's boiling, so I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to turn that to medium, and I'm going to take this off the heat. I think it said to do that. And the nice thing is if you like that fishy flavor, then the dulse flakes, because it's a sea vegetable, I mean, it smells like fish. You know, I guess whatever's in the ocean makes fish smell that way, and that's what this smells like. I might strain that out. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. I'll just show you guys. If you can see all the flakes. Oops, you probably can't. Okay. See all the flakes in there? So I might strain that out. But in the meantime, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to add some mushrooms to mine. I'm going to put, I have a bit of Swiss chard. I won't use too much, so I'll maybe like use 1 leaf of this Swiss chard that's starting to wilt, and my green onion. So I'll probably cut off several pieces. I've got a nice long piece here, so I'll just cut off what I feel like. And oh, also the tofu. So I'm also going to cube up my tofu. Let me just grab that. Let's see how big my container is. So this is a 12-ounce package, so I won't use the entire thing. I'll cut this open. I got the silken tofu, but the firm. And I'll cut this up in a bit, so I will, as the soup is resting, I will work on it. So I have my Swiss chard cut, I have my 2 mushrooms cut, I have some green onions, and I'm going to probably use, out of this package, I'll cut it to about there. And, but first, I guess I should put in my miso paste. I put this pot back on the stove, but it's on medium heat. Very low. I'm not going to strain out the dulse flakes. They don't add any coarseness to the soup, so that's fine. And miso is fermented. It's fermented soy, and what's in this is soy, water, soybean, rice, and salt. And so it was very minimal ingredients. It's soybean that's fermented, and fermented foods are very good for your gut. So I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons. Oops. Okay, so the miso is in here now. And you can just whisk, just using a fork. It's got to smell like a little bit of a... Oh, I can't describe it, guys. You know, it smells good. It's just... how does fermented smell? That's how it smells. But not unappetizing at all. And I hear it just like adds the best flavors to so many things. I'm now going to stir in my tofu. Now this is silken tofu, so I find compared to your other, like there's silken tofu that comes in soft, firm, and meat extra firm, and so this is, I think this was firm silken tofu. It says it's good for stir fries, but it still has a softer texture to it. It's still a silken tofu. I don't know how to explain that. So I think it's going to be good for this. I think it will still be good in stuff like soups. You know what, I'm going to at this point also add my kale, not my kale, sorry, my Swiss chard. Give that a chance to cook. And I'm going to add my mushrooms. I will add the green onions at the end. So it's on medium low. It's a little bit lower than medium low, so I'll put it to medium low right now. And guys, I'm going to just let this cook and simmer for, you know, maybe 4 minutes. We'll see how I feel, and I will come back to you in moments. Alright guys, it's probably been like 5 minutes. I turned the heat up slightly, just above low medium, just to help bring this to a low boil. So I'm going to turn the stove off now. Actually, I'll take it off the burner as well. And you know what? I don't know when to add my green onion, but I'll do it now. I'll add the green onion now. It's still hot, but it will get a chance to assimilate some of those flavors, and I will be back to sample this. I might add just a tiny bit more green onion. Okay, I will. I'll add a bit more. And basically I'm going to leave this probably 4 or 5 minutes just to cool a little bit. Then I'll come back and give it a try. Okay, there it is, guys. That's my soup, and it looks great. I can't wait to try it, and I figured out what that smells like. Kind of like bread, kind of like yeast. So the fermented, like the miso has a smell that reminds me of yeast. So there you go. That's why I mean it was like I guess, you know, whatever fermented kind of smell, but not like a bad smell. I just couldn't pinpoint it. But guys, it reminds me of bread. Just gonna pour some of this in here. Oops. Gonna get some of my tofu and greens and mushrooms and add to that. Okay, that's probably good for right now. Alright guys, now it's time for the taste test. I'm just gonna unwrap that from my spoon. Okay, there we go. It is delicious. I love the flavors of the miso, that yeasty, whatever flavor. It's really good. Someone told me they made like a broccoli salad, I think that with the white miso and other things, so it was vegan, and she said that the teachers at school told her it was the best like broccoli salad they'd ever had. So I might be trying that as well. Alright guys, first time, definitely a success. I like it with the greens in there, I like it with the mushrooms. Oh, I haven't tried the tofu. Let me take a piece of the tofu. I mean, it's tofu, it's nice and interesting consistency because it's the firm yet silken. So definitely smoother, softer, while firm, and I'll probably use the rest of it in a stir fry. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really love this. This will be a delicious soup I can add and have it nice and quick and easy. Alright. Thanks so much for watching.